new study shows that our emotions can make us perceive the taste of food differently and, most significantly, less able to register how much fat we are consuming. The researchers from the University of Würzburg in Germany also found that when people are particularly happy or sad, they are better able to detect bitter, sweet, and sour flavors. In fact, after watching emotional videos, the study participants' ability to detect these tastes was increased by 15%. Joining us now, health expert Judy Gaman. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning, Al. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. So why would our mood affect how we taste?
Well, I have to laugh at these studies. They're what keep me on the air. Do we really need a study to know that we eat more fat when we're depressed? But it's a great study that showed us that when people are depressed, they have a heightened ability to taste other things, but not fat. They actually can't register how much they're eating. And people say sometimes, well, I don't know what fat tastes like. Well, if you can tell the difference between skim milk and whole milk, yes, you do. When we're depressed, our brain actually doesn't register that fat. So we don't get that I'm full, I'm satisfied, okay, I've met that need to have my cake or cookie or ice cream. We just keep eating more.
Am I just bizarre? Because I've never noticed that if I was getting a little down, it didn't affect how I was eating, or I can honestly say I don't think I ever noticed how much fat I was taking in. I think that it's just bizarre to me. But then again, maybe Germans are different. I don't know.
I don't think so, because the obesity and depression statistics in the United States prove otherwise.
Really?
Those statistics show that that's what's happening. I think if that's the case with you, you are a little out of the norm, because when we do see people that have depressive symptoms or are depressed, we do see a correlation with what they eat. They eat a lot of processed carbohydrates, which we know turns to fat. They eat a lot of high-fat foods. Matter of fact, if you think about people that go to restaurants and they get in this depressive state where they're just going to restaurants, the restaurants actually inject steaks and things with butter. They increase the fat content because it makes us feel like we want to come back and eat more.
Really?
It's true.
I've never heard that.
Unfortunately, it's true. And, with the growth of restaurants and eating out in this country, it also has added to the obesity problem.
As we were talking, I was thinking that the study in Germany was consisted mainly of Sergeant Schultz and all of his friends from Hogan's Heroes.
That is kind of what gets in my head as well.
Yeah.
But it's become a different society these days, because things that used to just be for one culture have changed. I mean, if you think about wherever people, your listeners are, and wherever they have come from, the restaurant industry has brought in every kind of ethnic food. And it's not just ethnic food from different countries, but, people in the North are eating more of what we eat here in the South. Not as much. It's a good thing, because that's causing heart attacks and diabetes and et cetera. It's really interesting to watch how their taste buds have changed because we're exposed to more.
Yeah.
Makes me think of all the TV shows on all the interesting things. Was it bizarre foods? There's all kinds of things where people are eating things they didn't used to eat.
All right, Judy, we have 30 seconds left. I'll need concise answers to these questions.
Okay.
What is better for us, Chinese food or Greek food?
Greek food.
What would be healthier for us? Would it be... oh, boy, I had another one that I wanted to ask you. Italian food versus Chinese food.
Well, it's a toss-up, but probably Italian. Chinese has a lot of sodium and a lot of MSG.
Dang it, I love Chinese food.
There's healthy Chinese, so, just go healthy Chinese and make sure that you're not getting too much sodium, and also stay away from the soy sauce and things like that.
Judy, thank you so much for joining us. We love talking with you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, health expert Judy Gaman. What are some of the other ethnicity foods that we can compare? We could have Judy on and just do a whole segment of that, which would be fun. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Meteorologist Don Day.